Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hello. We're going to present our presentation, the Kafalah contract in takaful Prudential product for our application fiqh muamalat assignments. I will introduce the group members this group. First, Nabilah binti Syahbuddin, Zulfar binti Zulkifli, Nabilah binti Tajei and Ahamd Irsyad bin Arjone. I will go to introduction. One of the Sharia banking product that is currently being developed is a product with a kafalah contract, which is a guarantee. Banking as a guarantor bond to the customer will earn income in the form of fee, which is ujrah, from the customer for the service provided by the bank. What is a kafalah? Kafalah according to Islam means guarantee and liability. It is also referred to as domanah. More clearly, kafalah means any form of guarantee given by the giver or guarantor to a third party on the obligatory duty fulfilled by the party bond or guarantor. According to previous scholars, the guarantee may involve the property and safe of the guarantor. For example, collateral involving the property of the guarantor as in the context of debt. According to Al-Mawardi, a scholar of the Shafi'i school, all these terms have the same meaning, which is guarantee. However, each has its own uniqueness, namely domain is generally used for property security, hamil is a guarantee in the case of diyat, zaim is a guarantee in a very large property problem, and last qabil is the person who receives or is used for all such matters. The term kafalah in current banking practice is the guarantee given by the insurer to a third party to fulfill the obligation incurred if the insurer party default. Technically, it can be said that the bank in this case provides guarantees to its customer in relation to work, contract or agreement that have been agreed between the customer and a third party. What is a takaful? The word takaful comes from the basic Arabic word kafalah, which means responsibility, mutual responsibility or mutual guarantee with each other. And the word takaful in Arabic is taken from wazan kafalah in ilmu sarf, which means to guarantee, maintain or preserve. Takaful is noun derivative derived from the verb takafala, which carries meaning mutual guarantee, mutual care and mutual care, parallel with Islamic teaching that tell people to help each other, as in Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 2, which mean and you should help one another to do good deeds and pity, and do not help one another in committing sins, vice and aggression. This is because takaful contains principle, cooperation, mutual help and shared responsibility that is the basis of the Islamic insurance system. Therefore, the agreement between at least two parties who agree to guarantee each other in the event of loss due to disaster or calamity, it is defined as takaful. It is clear here that takaful means both guaranteeing, that is to make an agreement to give guarantee. Guarantee can be obtained by participating in takaful schemes run by takaful companies registered with participants who want a guarantee.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulfar binti Zulkifli and today I'm going to elaborate a little bit about types in Kafalah contract. In Kafalah, we have two types of contract. There's Kafalah bil mal and Kafalah bin naf. Okay, Kafalah bil mal, or also known as a financial guarantee, is a contract of guarantee that involves property, either a debt or a thing, while Kafalah bin naf is a guarantee to bring a person or to make sure an appearance of a person at the place and time as agreement. In other words, we can say that Kafalah bil mal is a contract of guarantee that involves a property, while Kafalah bin nas is a guarantee contract that involves person. However, Kafalah bil mal has been divided in three main categories. There's Kafalah bil al-ain, Kafalah bil ad-dai and Kafalah bil ad-darab. Kafalah bil al-ain is a Kafalah bil at-tasli. It is a guarantee of contract for item or delivery of a transaction. It means that the guarantor going to be responsible for delivery of an item. Kafalah bil al-adai is a guarantee of contract that involves repayment of debt of a guarantee loan obligation. It means that the guarantor is responsible responsibility for the repayment of another party loan application. If the debtor fails to meet his obligation of repaying a loan, the guarantor assumes financial obligation. And the last one is kafalah bil taraf. It is a guarantee specific for transaction only that involve of a title or right and ensure that an asset is free from any obstacle. Next, I'm going to elaborate a little bit about a pillar in kafalah contract. In kafalah contract, we have 5 pillar. First is the guarantor, second debtor, third of creditor, next is the asset of object, and the last one is the sigah. First, let we see the basic rule of and condition for the guarantor. Okay, as the guarantor, he must be someone that qualified under the law. It means that he must not be a child and also have a healthy mind, which means that he or she must be someone that's sound of mind and also eligible enough to make a voluntary contribution. Second, for the debtor, he doesn't have any necessary of the legal capacity. He or she can be someone that minor or insane or also a bankrupt person. According to the Shafi'i scholar, a debtor and the guarantor must know each other well. Next, for the creditor must be someone that qualified under the law. It means that he or she not a child and also have a healthy mind, and also he or she must make an appearance in the contract event. Next, for the object or asset. According to the Hanafi scholar, the asset of the object that involved in the kafalah contract must be stated clearly and specifically. Either it's a debt, good, self or action. And the last one is the sigah. Sigah is the offer and acceptance of the contract.
Okay, move on to the applications of kafalah. Applications of kafalah divide by 3 categories. First is guarantee contract, second is guarantee in the documentary credit, and third is credit card based on the contract kafalah. For the clarifications of guarantee contract, is guarantee made on a company loan in which they have an interest in it, which obliges the guarantor must consist of at least one of the directors of the company. This also include guarantees in the forms of bank guarantees or bank guarantees given by commercial bank for the use of their customer with certain condition. Other than that, corporate security or guarantee contract is not an issue because the borrower and the guarantor are aware of the risks involved. Therefore, any dispute will be resolved in accordance with the existing legal process. For example, applications of kafalah in guarantee contract is musyarakah, murabahah, bank assalam, ijarah, mudarabah, and etc. Okay, the second clarifications of applications of Islamic banking in kafalah is guarantee in documentary credit letter of guarantee. Okay, first, a principle of kafalah has been used in guarantee facilities as a basis in structuring the letters of guarantee. Other than that, guarantee facilities refer to contract or assurance made by Islamic bank to third party. Other than that, customer will fulfill his obligations toward the respected third party, and in this insurance, bank agrees to assume the liability of its customer in the case of default or breaching of contract as agreed between the customer and the third party. Other than that, the issuance of letter guarantee usually subject to various terms and conditions. A common practice is that the bank will require customer to cover fully or at least partially value of the letter guarantees. It can be similar with the takaful contract in the Islamic banking. Okay, for the issues of kafalah that I found in the internet is personal security, including educational loan guaranteed at higher educational center. Okay, social guarantee is the person who guarantees the personal loan, etc. usually consists of relatives and friends who do not have any interest in the loan he secured and only intended to provide assistance. Most of them consider the guarantor only as a reference point of the borrower's background, without realizing that they are bound by the law to repay the loan in case the borrower fails to do so for any reason, including if the borrower has died, except the loan has been insured, like a housing loan. Therefore, when the borrower is unable to pay the debts or deliberately does not want to pay it, then the guarantor has to shoulder the responsibility to pay the debt. when the debtor financial institutions fails to get the loan repayment, then they will make a lawsuit against both of the borrower and guarantor. They will be blacklisted and not allowed to get loan from any financial institution. Okay, for the second issue is cases of persecutions in the issues of guarantor. There are many cases of persecutions in the issue of guarantor is in a society where the number of irresponsible guarantors either run out of loan money or refuse to repay the loan, causing the guarantor to incur hardship. Therefore, sometimes it is difficult to find a guarantor when a person really need to get a loan from a legitimate financial institution. Frustration causes a person to be desperate to have someone who is willing to borrow from an illegal borrower known as ahlo, who charge very high interest rate and bring various adverse effects to the borrower and his family. There are many problems and difficulties that arise as a result of the illegal loan issues by social media, but cannot prevent it from continuing to be involved in this problem.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabilah binti Tajei and I'm going to present my part, which is the Kafalah contract in takaful Prudential product. Okay, let's see the next slide. I'm going to talk about the chronology of Prudential takaful. Okay, let's see. In May 1848, Prudential was first founded to introduce and provide loans to working and professional people. And then in 1924, Prudential Assurance Malaysia Berhad (PMB) was officially launched in Malaysia, which is a subsidiary of Prudential PLC. Okay, before that, Prudential PLC is a British multinational life insurance and financial services company headquartered in United Kingdom. Okay, so basically it is not under Sharia compliant products. Okay, so we go to the year in year 2000C. Prudential BSN Takaful Berhad or PRU-BSN was established through the leasing awarded by the Central Bank of Malaysia. Okay, so it is a joint venture between Bank Simpanan Nasional and Prudential PLC. So PRU-BSN is Malaysia Takaful private limited company, and it is offering Sharia compliant takaful product. So we go to the next slide, which is the Kafalah contract in PRU-BSN product. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you quick. Okay, what is Kafalah? It's a guarantee contract on certain assets or services provided by a guarantor to the parties involved. Okay, then what is takaful? Takaful is a type of insurance system in Islam which explains the responsibility of cooperating and protecting one another in this contract. Okay, so basically takaful is the type of system where members contribute monies to invest as a guarantee each other against loss and damage. Okay, so I'm going to talk about how can Kafalah be related to PRU-BSN. Okay, point number 1, Kafalah in Prudential takaful happen when an agreement made between the guarantor PRU-BSN and the investor in the matter of loan repayment or other forms of liability. Okay, so point number 2, guarantor consists of institutions such as PRU-BSN takaful who act as individuals to ensure that a loan made by the investor or debtor is settled within the stipulated period. So basically the financial institution or the what we call it, or the related debtor I'm sorry. So the related lender may sue the guarantor in case the debtor not does not repay his debt. Okay. Okay, so we go to the next slide. Okay, this is some of the offers by PRUBSN. Some of the form of insurance offered by PRUBSN to secure their customer needs and matter. Okay, some of it is PRUBSN Anugerah Plus, PRUBSN Setia, PRUBSN Impian, PRUBSN Aman, Cancer Plan, Medic Plan, okay, and many of it. So all of these have many all of these have different services, providing different service to their customer. So we are going to the next slide, which is how does Kafalah apply in PRUBSN? Okay, in this slide, I'm just taking one of the offers provided by PRUBSN, which is PRUBSN Setia. Okay, so what is PRUBSN Setia? PRUBSN Setia is one of the plan that provides comprehensive medical and financial protection. Okay, so PRUBSN Setia plan had come with customer solution to address customer concerns such as death and disability, medical and hospitalization fees, critical illness coverage, accidental medical coverage, income replacement and saving, and investment. Okay, so in this slide, as what I said before, I have taken PRUBSN Setia, which provide medical and financial protection to their customer. As an example, how does Kafalah being applied in PRUBSN product? Okay, as you can see, here I have have put the 4 basic terms of Kafalah, which is number 1, kafil or guarantor as PRUBSN, number 2, ma'ful anhu as the debtor, number 3, ma'ful lahu the creditor as the hospital, and last one, ma'ful bih asset as the medical expenses. Okay, in this situation, like when something happened to the debtor, like he had an accident occur to him when he go to the hospital, and he need to pay for their services and medical expenses. So when the guarantor or PRUBSN who already agree to be responsible to the debtor liability need to pay for their medical expenses. Okay, so the creditor or hospital can retrieve his debt to the guarantor or PRUBSN in case of default, or the debtor cannot afford to pay their debt to the hospital. So yeah, that's how Kafalah being applied in PRUBSN product. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
So, as a conclusion, a more in-depth study of Kafalah and takaful is still needed to further enhance the development of Islamic economy or Sharia economy in general and Sharia banking in particular, so that it is more attractive and can compete with the development of conventional banking today.
That's all for our group, and Assalamualaikum.